Hey, what's up, everybody? As you may know, I am a pastor, so I've been preaching and ministering for 28 years. And in 28 years, I've seen a lot of funny stuff happen at churches. So I just wanted to share 5 of the funniest things that I've seen at churches. And if you've ever seen or experienced something funny, just leave it in the comments so we can laugh together. We need a lot of humor to get through this pandemic. Am I right? Am I right? All right, here's the 5 things. Number 1, the first thing that happened to me, this was in the middle of my ministry. I went to preach somewhere. It was for young people. After I was done preaching, this guy came over and said, I need to talk to you. It's very important and it needs to be private. So we went off to the side and he said, I want you to give me some counsel. I want you to give me some ideas on how to deal with the situation that I'm going through. And I think that you can identify with me. And I said, okay, sure. You know, I get asked questions all the time from young people, and I'm happy to oblige and give some counsel. He said, how did you deal with being married for a second time? And I was like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, it's obvious that you this is your second marriage. See, the thing is, my wife looks much younger than me. She's 4 years younger than me, but she looks like 10 years younger than me. And this guy thought that I've been married before, and I just robbed the cradle at some church somewhere. No, dude. It's my first marriage. The second thing, I was preaching in a packed church. This was for an evangelistic series, and we were recording it. So there is proof of this if you ever want to see it. And I got up to preach, and I prayed, and as I started talking, this elder, he was sitting in the front row. He came up to the stage, and I was like, what is this dude doing? We're recording this, right? This is what is he trying to do? And he came up to my ear and said, Pastor, your zipper. And I looked down and I was like, oh my word, what do I do now? So I learned this at a black church. So I said, look at your neighbor and tell him, you look good today, neighbor. Talk to your neighbor, look him in the eyes and tell him he's a great creation of God. And I kept on preaching. The third one was I was scheduled to preach in the church, and I had forgotten my tie. And I called the pastor on the way there and I said, hey, I'm supposed to preach there. It was a Friday night for youth meeting. And I'm supposed to preach there. And there's a problem. I forgot my tie. He's like, hey, no problem. I was like, okay, cool. So I got there to the church. I don't know if you can figure out what church this was. If it was a white church or a Korean church, a Romanian church, a Hispanic church, a black church. What church was this? And I said, okay, I'm here. I said, I'm sorry. I have this. I don't have a tie. He's like, don't worry. And there was a deacon next to him with a tie. And I said, hey, take off your tie and give it to the pastor. So I had like a blue suit and a green tie that did not match for that evening, because ties are holy. Number 4, this didn't happen to me, but this happened to a friend of mine. He went to a church. There was a children's story, and the lady was giving the children's story. She was like an ultra vegan. I'm vegetarian. I'm practically vegan. I eat eggs, but I try to stay away from cheese and no milk. So I'm not, trying to beat down vegans. It's a great lifestyle. More power to you. I wish I could be all the way vegan. It makes you live longer. It's fantastic. But this was a militant vegan, right? And she said, during the children's story, she was talking about the loaves and fishes. But every time she got to the fishes, she wouldn't say the fishes. She just said the loaves, because she wasn't down with Jesus giving out fish. Why does weird stuff always happen during children's stories? That's what I want to know. And then the last one, this happened in my first year of ministry, and I learned a lesson that I've always followed since then. I went to visit a young lady from the church. She lived in a house She had other roommates, so it wasn't just me and her. I knew that never to visit somebody by myself. I knew that. But when I showed up at her house, we opened the Bible, we start studying the Bible, and her roommate comes out, and she says to him, "Oh, it's true. This is your pastor?" He said, "Oh, it's true. He is cute." And she was red, and I was like, what in the... So hopefully this can help you have a little bit of laughter today. God bless you. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers so we can do live stuff and have the gospel reach many more people. In Jesus' name, may you be blessed today.